Starbucks redeemed first. Reese Downey redeemed second.
Hello, friends. So, we've got a dark stream today because my eyes are dilated and everything bright hurts. But we're here. I'm also cold, so I'm wrapped up in a blanket. And we're going to make some tiny hats. And what I mean by tiny hats, I mean tiny hats. So, these are specifically made for a local hospital NICU. And so I'm going to make a couple more. I have made 11 of them so far. Actually 12 technically, because one of them is already with the person who's going to be donating them all. But these are another 11. So we're going to make some more NICU hats. I've got just a little bit of yarn left. I think I have enough to make one hat out of each of these. I hope. We're going to find out. So, but anyways, I have a little bit of a headache, so I am sorry. And again, that's why the lights are off, as my eyes are dilated. I had one of my retina appointments today. But the headache's not that bad, so I was like, I really want to stream because I was off last week. And so here I am. And yeah, I hope you guys had a great last week. I had a blast. I'm still recovering. My joints are anyway. But yeah, so thank you very much, Garbles and Resh, for getting first and second. And hello, Garbles. It's been a long time. I hope you're doing well. Hi, Sneezing and Flo. You were here first, as always, of course. But yeah, so we're going to make some baby hats. I will also not be reading a mystery today because I won't be able to really see the page or the letters very well. I can't focus on them very well. But crocheting is much different than trying to read. So if I miss comments today, I'm really sorry. I will try not to, but I might not be able to read them quite properly with my eyes being dilated. So, but we'll get through this together. But yeah, so we're gonna make a couple more of these tiny baby hats. I'm giving them to the person who's donating them to the hospital tomorrow. So I wanted to try to see if I could knock just a couple more out. We have, with this 11, we have 79, so I at least want to do one more, and then we'll have a straight 80. So, but yeah. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Anyways, how's everybody doing today? I hope you're doing well. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. And I'm going to use the yarn trick for keeping track of my rows. So yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Sneezing.
Also 10 months swoop.
10 months! Yay! Thank you very much for the support. I really appreciate it. Doing homework that's due tomorrow. Okay. That is a good idea. Go ahead and knock that out. My brother had to do some homework when he got home today as well. He was doing some math, I think he was. It's because I was in Brooklyn last week, otherwise would have been done already. Oh, okay. How was your trip to Brooklyn? There you go. There's one increase. With my girlfriend got to meet her family. Oh, nice. Very nice. I hope that was really good. Well, I mean, you said that was good. I'm sorry. I'm glad that that went well. That's exciting. Anybody do anything fun for St. Patrick's Day? I'm almost always wearing green, so that was good for me. That is why my lights behind me are green today. Yeah, green's my favorite color, if you didn't know. So the event that I went to last week was a freaking blast. I would like to go back again in the future. I don't know if it'll be next year, but maybe every other year. I don't know. I'd like to go back next year. It wasn't bad as far as costs, so it's possible, especially now that I have like the tent and the cot. I don't have to worry about buying those things, so there's that. So it was a lot of fun. We did end up coming back a day early because of potential tornadoes. But that was okay. I think we all kind of needed that extra day in our houses before going and doing things. Back to the real world. But we had a blast. I learned some new arts, which as soon as I purchase the things to do the art, I will absolutely be doing on stream. So I took 2 Japanese arts classes. One of them is called Suminagashi, and it is Japanese paper marbling. And that is a crap ton of fun. It's a little messy because you have to have like a basin of water, which I could still totally do on stream. I would just have to be really careful. And I'd have to go kind of slow, but it was really cool. And then the other one is called Sumei, and that one is it's ink painting. So like if you think about if you think about Japanese art, the most common thing that you might see is like the crisscrossed bamboo that are kind of segmented, and it's really just in black and grays and white. That is one of the most common ones, common paintings to do in that style. The most famous painting, one of the most famous artists was from the 1400s, and I'm gonna say his name wrong. It's Suche, I think. I'm not 100% on that. But the painting that is his most famous painting is called Wintertime, and it is absolutely beautiful. And I want to try to recreate that painting as I get better at the art and learning the different brush strokes and stuff, because it's so cool. It was done by Zen monks in Japan, and it was all about efficiency and economy in your brush strokes. And so a lot of what you see in the painting is just one quick stroke, and it's how you load the brush with the ink and the different concentrations of ink in the brush is to how you get the depth of the shading for the bamboo. So it was pretty freaking cool, and I really, really enjoyed that. Actually, I have it. Let me grab that and I'll show it to you. I'll show you the one I did. It's kind of sad, but I'll show you what I did. So I have them all rolled up, which probably wasn't the best thing to do. However, they can be ironed. It's okay. But this is also like my practice brush strokes are in this pile, and my paper marbling is in that pile. But this is Suminagashi, or this is Sumei. Like I said, Suminagashi is the paper marbling. But it's how you load the brush and to give the painting depth. So like this was just one stroke of the paintbrush. like this whole section. And then there's a specific technique that you use to do the little like curve bit at the top of bamboo. There's a specific technique that you do to get this whole line here. It's all one stroke, but it's like you start down the corner and you move your brush a little, and then you go, and then move your brush, and then go, and then move your brush, and then go. So I really, really, really enjoyed this style. I liked how quick it was. Because I like quick projects. I like the satisfaction of finishing something, you know, like within a day. I totally get the masters that did, you know, weeks and months on painting something and did the beautiful works like the Mona Lisa and the Sistine Chapel, and you know, those are absolutely beautiful, but I don't have that kind of patience when it comes to me making a thing. Which is why it is so rare for me to finish a dadgum blanket. Because I just don't want to go back to it. I want it to be done. I want it to be done now, which is why I like doing these. My average on these is 23 minutes a hat, when I'm actually focusing on crocheting the hat. But anyways, this took me like 5 minutes to do. And I'm really pleased with how it came out. I think it looks pretty cool. And you've got the different shading that conveys the depth. And so like you have these light gray bamboo leaves. Those are supposed to be something in the background, whereas the darker ones are the ones that are in the foreground. That's how you're supposed to that's how the perspective is supposed to be seen. And it's also about how you place the things on the paper. It's supposed to like draw your eye to the whole paper, basically. In that, you know, you can start up here and then move this way and then move this way, and then down here is my little signature. So it's supposed to, you're supposed to want to look at all of it. So yeah, the cam is grainy because I don't have my light on because I have dilated eyes and light hurts. Sorry. So it's just going to be a little grainy. I'm sorry. But yeah, so that is Suma-e, and I'll show you one of my Suma Nagashis. Actually, this one, because it was probably my better one. This is Suma Nagashi. It's paper marbling. So you put the ink in a basin. Wow, that looks really horrible on the grainy camera. I'm so sorry. Yeah, this is Suma Nagashi. It is, you put the ink, you float it on water, and like every drip of ink that you do, you follow it up with a dip from a brush that has been put in some sort of surfactant, like just bar soap. And that's how you get the varied lines within it. And then you can either blow on the surface of the water, or you can sing at the surface of the water to give it the cool vibrations. This one in particular, I leaned over the water and went, ooh, and then this is what it did. So it did the little wrinkly effect thing, and then you just take the paper and you lay it on top, and then you pull the paper out, you let it dry. Another cool thing about this is you can iron it flat so that it's not rolled up anymore, because it's gonna roll just getting wet. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. So yeah, Suma Nagashi, Suma-e. I learned things. I learned and had a blast. I really did. And we got to camp with some really cool people who were very nice and welcoming. So that was pretty awesome. But yeah, we had a good time. It was a really good time. I saw jousting, which I had not gotten to see equestrian sports in the SCA before, so that was pretty cool. Pretty exciting. We went to the opening ceremonies, which was really cool. I liked the one of the king's speeches. He started off talking about the hospitality of the southern states, and that's something that we're known for. And then at the very end of his speech, he addressed another thing that the South is known for, and made it very clear. He said that hate has no place in the SCA, which I absolutely love that he did that. I thought that was amazing. And that he's been very clear about that. And it's really important to a lot of people. So it was pretty cool. So yeah. We got to hang out at this little building called the Green Dragon. It's kind of like a little tavern. And then we got to work the little tavern, which was really fun. I got to work the tap. That was a lot of fun. Until it emptied and then sprayed foam everywhere. Hilarious, but also I made a mess and I felt really bad because it kind of like sprayed at the person that I was filling the beer stein up for, and I felt bad. It was funny though, and he just laughed it off. It was great, but I felt bad. But yeah, it was a good time. It was a very good time. I bought way too many things. Not way too many things. I just probably should not have spent as much as I did. But that was okay. I'll have a better budget next year. Or next time I go. We did get to go to New Orleans for a few hours, which was awesome because we got beignets at Café du Monde. And they were delicious. Got to go into a couple of witchy stores, which I loved. And we walked down through the market there and got rings. This is the one that I got, this pearl ring. We got pearl rings made. There was a lady that was actually doing the wire wrapping. You got to pick your pearl and then pick your metal. And so all four of us got a pearl ring to kind of commemorate our trip together. So that was really awesome. And now I wear it every day because it's really comfortable and it fits on this finger really well. And I play with it because it also, when my fingers are cold, it slides around. And so it's fun to play with. I also got this band because I've always wanted a ring that fit there. So, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We had a good time. So yeah. I don't know what else to say right now. My brain's kind of mush. It's like, we went back to work and I came back to work and I had 150 emails and I was like, great. It was a lot of fun. I would definitely go back. I think we all had a fairly good time. Definitely some things that I learned. I wouldn't say there was anything. I think the only bad thing would have been that some of the classes were just really small, and if you didn't get there like 30 minutes before the class, you weren't getting in the class. I think that would be the only bummer thing. Oh, thank you! Hey, little Saurus! I've been sick for a while now. I'm not sure if I still have it. Oh, no! Oh, I hope you feel better. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm live! Yes! So I was off last week because I was at war. But yeah. How are you?
Emotional damage!
Not emotional damage.
Loam at Corsum redeemed emotional damage.
Why are we emotionally damaged? But thank you very much for the sub, Saurus. It's so good to see you. Stressed but here. Oh, fair. It is a dark, grainy stream today. I'm sorry. my eyes are dilated, so I have a little bit of a headache, so lights hurt. But I'm here. So, how was war? It was fantastic. I just got, just kind of talked about it a little bit here. I took some classes and had a good time. We worked the tavern, which was a lot of fun. I got to do the tap, which is fun. We did make it down to New Orleans and had beignets at Cafe Du Monde. And they were delicious. Oh my goodness, so good. I did show, I learned some Japanese art. I can show it again. What am I doing? Okay. So, you love their food. Maybe I don't have much money for the Netherlands and TwitchCon. Oh, yeah. We have roses coming up soon. Oh, nice. So this is one of the art pieces that I learned while I was there. This is called Sume-i. And then, here, I'll get the other one. And then I learned Japanese paper marbling, which is Sumenagashi, which was a lot of fun. So yeah, I will, as soon as I can get some of the stuff to do these, the craft materials, there we go, not some of the stuff, I'll probably end up doing some on stream, especially the Sume-i. I really, really, really enjoyed it. The Sumenagashi maybe not on stream because it's a bit messy. But the Sume-i, yes, I could totally do that one on stream. I tried to take a null binding class, but I got there 15 minutes before class was supposed to start, and there were people literally waiting outside the door because there were so many people who wanted to take that class. So I didn't get to take that one, but that's okay. I might know some people or someone it specifically that is pretty bomb at null binding. So I might just have to ask to relearn that from somebody who may or may not be in this chat right now. We'll learn that too. Yeah. Started learning quilting. Yeah, I saw the picture you posted. It was so pretty. That's awesome. Oh, we are going to have a stretch break in about 2.5 minutes. I still have not fixed the screen for that. Because I don't want it to say BRB. I want it to say stretch break. And I haven't been able to fix that yet. Yeah, it was so cute. Doing a trial and error to figure out how to have a baby blanket in the works. That's awesome. Very cool. That is awesome. I don't know that I have the patience to do quilting. Like I was saying a little bit earlier, something that I really loved about the Sume-i is the quick satisfaction of a painting done. And that's another reason why I'm doing these little hats, is I really like how quick they are to make. Because I like the satisfaction of a project that's done fast. I don't like to put things off and then forget about them, which is why I very rarely finish a blanket. But yeah. Let's see, 1, 2, 1, okay. You don't even notice the time go by. It'd be a lot like video gaming. I'm gonna do this thing and then forget that time even exists. I'm only gonna play it for like an hour. Just one more chapter. No, I feel that. Absolutely.
Emotional damage. Flo McCawson redeemed emotional damage.
Sorry, Flo. Alright, 40 seconds. We're gonna have an ad break. Or stretch break. And then we will be right back. I'd like to not be so darn tired right now. This always happens when my eyes are dilated. I get a headache and it's like my body's like, okay, time to press the reset button. Let's go to sleep. Let's take a nap. Let's forget this ever happened. But I can't take a nap right now. Then I won't sleep tonight. All right, stretch break. See you guys in a minute. All right, and we are back. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Let me see if I can read this. Which geological site in Germany has been continuously aflame for over 3 centuries? Brennenderberg, a coal mine in Germany, has been on fire since 1668, a smoldering natural monument known as the Burning Mountain. Ooh. A century is 100, so 300 years. That's a long time. Almost 350 years. Yeah, definitely over 350 years at this point. Since 1668. That's a long time for a thing to be a burning. I need to cut this string off. There we go. Just perpetually on fire. Okay, I'll check that out. Let's see. Is it Brennenderberg? Brennender. Let's see. See if I can type. Oh, wow. It is just constantly on fire. Interesting. Well, be careful around coal, kids. Sorry. I hope no one was seriously injured when it did catch fire. But that was 300 years ago, so yeah. I never wish harm upon a person. Because if you wish harm on somebody else, you get it back threefold, and that's not cool. Always be kind, because you never know what someone is going through anyway. There will not be a midstream mini mystery today. I don't think that I could focus my eyes long enough to read it and do it justice. Because like for this, I don't even really have to focus on it. It's just in the general vicinity of my eye line, my line of sight. I'm like wording really bad today. So, I do apologize for how lame this stream is today. But I should be able to finish probably 2 of these hats. So there's that. Hey, Drew. How are you? Oh, excuse me. Sorry. How are you? I blame it on Whiskey because she's not here. She wasn't at my last stream either. I hope they're okay. She posted in the Discord today, didn't she? I saw something about, I haven't been able to check the Discord. It was actually when my eyes were first dilated that I saw that she had posted, and I was like, I can't look at this right now. My face won't let me. My eyes won't let me. It works out. I can do my homework and listen in. Okay, yeah. Just got adjusted so many bones out of place. I bet, and I probably could have used that too. you said something earlier about something not being part of the SCA. What was that again? Hate has no place in the SCA. It was something that, no, thank you.
Thank you for contributing
Thank
to
you
my
very
yarn
much.
buying habit.
It was something that the King of Meridies said during opening ceremonies speech.
For the community gift.
It was he was talking about things that the South is known for, and our hospitality being one of them. And he was just very welcoming, and it was a really, really good speech. At the very end of it, he said, and there's something else that the South is well known for, but I want to make it perfectly clear that hate has no place in the SCA. And I thought that was pretty awesome. But yes, thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate that. They've given 11 gift subs in the channel. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Let's see. His speech was fantastic, yes. That was probably one of the best moments for me during the whole war. Now, there were a lot of really awesome moments, but I absolutely loved that one. Okay, let's see what this, if I can read it. Reshtani, just like a master crafter, you've woven another thread into our vibrant community with your 11th gifted sub. Your curiosity is like a crochet hook, always pulling us closer. Thanks for keeping the yarn of generosity and inquisitiveness untangled in Maislin's cozy corner. Oh, that's freaking awesome. I love that. And the rainbows. And I managed to focus on it long enough to read it, and now my eyes hurt. Aw, thanks, Silence. My quiet supporter there. Silence just crafted a masterpiece of support by subscribing. Even in silence, your yarn of generosity threads through our community, making it brighter and cozier. Maislin's tiny hats have nothing on the warmth you've brought. Welcome to the Yarn Rainbow family. Oh my goodness, that was great. That was pretty awesome, and it referenced that I'm making tiny hats. It's awesome. I rest my eyes for a second, and then I will read that. I'll stop looking at the bright. I'll read that in just a second. True, I'm sorry. I had a retina appointment today, and I have not been able to take a nap to press my human reset button, but I didn't want to miss stream, so that's why it is dark, and why I can't look at the screen for too long, and why I'm not going to be doing a murder mystery today, and why I sound so pathetic. Okay, my favorite was getting to flank the queen in the right with my fellow landed baroness on her right flank for the open field battle. Yeah! Oh, that is awesome. Yep. It was a very, very good week. I did show off my art that I learned. And as soon as I can purchase the materials to do more of this art, the sumai, then I will absolutely be doing some of that on stream, because I loved it. It was so fun, and I love how simple and quick it is. So I need to look at more examples of the art, and watch a few more videos on the different brush stroke styles. Like, we learned, okay, bone, wide, thin, thin, wide, thin, wide, thin, and I think she called it heart, but it's like a little check mark. And then, okay, actually 6 strokes, because we also learned the the grass branches kind of deal. It was pretty cool. So I was right side, Phil. Oh, no worries. Thank you. Yeah, it is right here for those who are just popping in. This is the Suma-E painting that I did. And then I might as well just keep these unrolled, honestly. This is the Sumanagashi paper marbling that I did. This was the first one I did. So I need to iron them so they're not all rolled up, but I really enjoyed this. It was one of my favorite things that I have done, or that I did at the war. I had a blast doing both of these classes, and it was so fun to take them with my sensei. And I think she had fun too. I hope she did anyway. At least with the classes. So, yeah. It was a good time. It was a really good time. Good time had by all, I think. And I would definitely go back. Yeah. I would definitely do that war again. Definitely a few lessons learned. I will absolutely be bringing a battery-powered fan to put as an outtake for one of the windows on my tent during the day, and just let it run during the day so that my tent does not turn into a microwave, which is essentially what it did during the day. It was fine at night. I mean, it was nice. Got pretty darn cold, but that's okay. I took my giant fuzzy blanket, so I was pretty okay. It was a little hard to get out of the giant fuzzy blanket when it was cold, but it was okay. So that was definitely one of the things I learned, so that I don't have an oven for a tent during the day and could actually like take a nap or something if I wanted to. The Met Museum has bunches of the paintings from like poems written on them. You can look at them online when your eyes are not being difficult. Yeah. It would be different from the 7th century because Suma-E wasn't introduced to Japan until the 14th century. So it'd be a different technique, but definitely would check it out. I'm very interested in potentially recreating the painting by Sushesh, I think. It ends in SH, I think. Called Wintertime, which was painted in 1470. You would ask me to spell it. Susheesh. Sushish. So, I think is how you spell it. Anyways, sorry I forgot to send mine with True. What, your fan? Psh, you're fine. I had no idea that my tent was gonna become an oven. You're fine. I mean, overall, the weather was absolutely beautiful pretty much the whole time we were there. So it wasn't that bad. It just, with my tent being in direct sun, it became pretty freaking hot. Does anyone know the name of makeshift hospitals during war times, like when they turned schools and churches into hospitals? My immediate thought was MASH, but that wouldn't have been schools and churches. Honestly, I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know. Here, I actually have the painting. No, the German word for that. Casualty wards, yeah. I got some new pictures of my retinas, which is great. Okay, here we go. Sesshu. Sesshu. This is the painting that I would like to someday recreate using the Suma-E technique. Isn't that pretty? And the style is always supposed to do kind of a zigzag across the page to keep your attention all over the page. So that's, yeah, sorry. Sesshu Toyo. Sesshu Toyo. Wintertime. Yeah. But what you don't see in that painting, because I couldn't bring it up long enough, and probably good enough for you guys to see, is that there's actually a little person that has parked their boat in the bottom of the little ravine there in the water, and there's this little person with a little hat that is like climbing the stairs, and they're so tiny, and it's just like 8 brush strokes to make this person, which I love. I'm like, that is so simple and I love it. So it's Lazarus. That's the word for that in German? Huh. I don't think I changed the riddle from the last time, but the joke is new. I got distracted. But yeah. Seeing the equestrian sports was really cool. I need to go through the videos I took so that I can trim them to the points where it's just the jousting bit and not the waiting for the jousting bit. And then suddenly you got 3 seconds of joust and then the video ends. It was very, very cool. Is the riddle the horizon? Yes! Indeed. We managed to finish the bananas before they went bad. Which, by the way, if you need bananas, if you get green bananas and you need them to ripen, put them in a hot place. They'll ripen real frickin' fast. Because that's what they did in my tent. I had them in my tent, and like the next day, they were very yellow and already starting to brown. And I was like, oof, nope, gotta take these out of this right now. We're slowly working our way through all the grapes that we didn't even touch during the war. So, yes, warm and dark places ripen bananas. Yep, sure does. If you put them in cabinets, they'll ripen too. We usually just sit ours on the counter, but I had gotten green bananas before we left for war because I was like, okay, green bananas, they'll last a little bit longer, which is great. Which they did. It's just that my tent got hot. But that's the only bad thing, or the thing that I learned, I think. The thing I learned from the experience. I'm really glad that I decided to bring like those after workout 60-second showers where you just it's a rag and you add water to it and you can scrub yourself down and it's already got the soap in it to clean you. I'm really glad I brought those because the shower ended up being only for cleaning my hair because it was freaking cold. So that was a learned thing that I accidentally learned before I went. So I'm glad I brought those so that I could stay fresh and stay clean. So yeah, That was definitely a good thing to have brought. I kind of wish I had brought my space heater for night. Just because once that sun went down, it got cold. But like I said, I had my big fuzzy blanket, and then I actually had like 2 other fuzzy blankets, so it wasn't that bad. I was all right. But yeah. Can't wait to try Dutch street food. Okay. If you need to ripen other fruit, put them in a paper bag, banana, and fold the top down. Interesting. If you're super hot from fighting, you don't notice that the shower is apparently freezing. It was so cold that it was every time I let go of my hair and it hit my back, it literally knocked the breath out of me. It was so cold. So yeah, the showers were only for my hair. Cause I'm like getting the breath knocked out of me just thinking about how cold those showers were. But yeah. But yeah, overall, definitely a good time. Met some really amazing people. I'm really glad that I rode all of the cart systems around all of the camps so that I could see everything. Because then I actually got to see where everything was, which was really cool. Sometimes I enjoy a cold shower. Sometimes I enjoy a cold shower. I don't like lava showers. I am not a lava shower person. I am a warm shower person. And cold showers are okay too, but this was so cold it was practically snowing. Needs to be crazy hot outside though. Yeah. Yeah. No. It's one of those things. It's okay. Yeah. I think I mean, overall, I had a blast. I think that I probably would have been a little more mindful about sticks and branches that I couldn't quite tell were there until after I'd put my tent down. I didn't get any holes in my tent, so that was good, but there was a root that was like right under where my foot would go when I was getting off of my cot, and I stepped on it every damn time knowing it was there. So I'd be a little more mindful of that and try to get rid of them before putting my tent down, because there's always that risk of punching a hole in the tent and you don't want to do that. I really loved my tent. I loved how it's a modern tent, but it was perioid, and so it fit in with the rest of the things. So that was pretty cool. Well, hello, Unhinged Granny. Welcome in. I love your name. And thank you very much for the follow. But yeah. Overall, it was a really good time. Really good time had. So I would definitely do it again. I only noticed that it felt like it was stinging my scalp. Time. It's just okay. It's just running hot water after. Ah, yeah. Yeah. I love that it says, "May your crochet hooks be as wild as your spirit." Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you again for the follow, Unhinged Granny. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am making tiny baby hats. They are for NICU babies. They're going to be donated to a local hospital tomorrow, actually. So I'm trying to make a couple more before tomorrow. So yeah. But I hope you're having a wonderful day, night, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world. It is a rather dark stream today, and it is grainy. I'm very sorry about that. My eyes are dilated, so light hurts. So I'm crocheting in the dark. But that's because my eyes are dilated and I can see it just fine. So, okay. I think we should bring a small mattock next time to deal with roots and stumps. Okay. Finished my homework. I'm not reading the last few pages. I don't care. Well, good job finishing your homework. And I have totally been there in college for sure. That is one of those screw it moments. Whiskey! Hey! How are you? That hurt my head being that loud. I'm gonna make it to 10 o'clock, dadgummit. I only have an hour and 3 minutes. I hope you're doing good, Whiskey. Ah, some yarns being thrown. We are making NICU baby hats today that will be donated to a local hospital here. My crochet group for the month of February, my crochet group at work, we were crocheting a bunch of these to donate as one big group. And we will have, this actually is number 80. So, yeah. Doing good. Missed you all. Missed you too. It was good to have the break, and I'm so glad that I went to that event. It was a blast. But I am glad to be back with you guys. I've missed you guys. I like having this set time to just sit and chat and craft. It's nice. No murder mystery today. I could not focus on the words even if I tried, which is why if I miss comments, I'm really sorry, but I can only look at the screen for so long before it starts to hurt because my eyes are dilated. So, yeah. We're here though. We're here though. We're crafting. We're chatting. We're having a good time. I do have a little candle off over here that's making the room smell nice. It's a kind of a protection candle sort of deal. So it's got like lavender and onyx. It's really nice. It smells really nice. Crafting in the dark is very romantic. I'm even crafting by candlelight. Getting intimate with string. No, let's not. Let's not go there. Yeah, the overhead light was too much. I tried. I turned it on initially, and I was like, oof, nope. I'm not gonna be able to survive that for 2 hours. So here we are, crocheting in the dark. Fortunately, I mostly can do it by feel, which is nice. So when I am eventually blind, I'll still be able to crochet maybe. They may not look good, but I won't know. I won't be able to see it. I'm sorry, that was really dark humor, wasn't it? Y'all just tell me it looks good even if it doesn't. Don't tell me it looks bad. I won't know the difference. Oh, man. Okay, I'm sorry. That was really dark. So how you been? How's everybody? I know Sneezing has finished some homework. We've been talking about the war that True and I went to. Some of the good things and some of the maybe lessons learned sort of deals. I'm not going to say bad things because they weren't bad. It just lessons learned for the future. Flo is not feeling well. Hopefully Flo feels better soon. So what is everybody doing? I wish I had some romance in my life. Oh, I'm sorry, Flo. Yes, we survived. It was very, very good. It was very good. I have no idea who won. Getting a beer, I think. Beer sounds awesome. We don't currently have any, though we may get some this weekend, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Okay. How many rows have I done? Let's see if I can count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I need to do 13 rows, so I'm on row 10. Just 3 more rows after this one. Yay. Now plan to pack my backpack for tomorrow and lay the F down. Fair. I have a dentist appointment in the morning, but I have to drive. So my brother goes to college near where I work, actually. It's literally across the interstate. And it's just over a bridge. It's very convenient, actually, because I can take him to school, and then I'll go to work, and then when his classes are done, I can go pick him up and we can come home, which is really nice. But tomorrow I have a dentist appointment, so I'm going to drive him all the way to the school, drive all the way back, go to my dentist appointment, and then drive all the way to work. So it'll be a lot of driving tomorrow. This will be about 120 miles I'm going to drive tomorrow. And 60 of those are going to be first thing in the morning. But that's okay. I don't want him to miss class. It's very important that he does not miss class. So, especially since that is his favorite class that is first thing in the morning, that would be the one that he would miss. And I don't want him to miss his favorite class. So, totally find it romantic when Resh brings me a beer. Aw. Oh, yeah, beer is pretty close to romance. So much driving. I don't mind driving. I like driving. It was actually kind of weird not to be the one driving, going to and from war. 'Cause I am usually the one driving, and I like to drive. So it felt really strange not being the one driving. Oh, but that does remind me, true, I was thinking about, the next time we do some sort of caravan, like we did going to war this time, we should get some sort of flag or ribbon or something to tie to our vehicles so that people know that we are together. So maybe people won't cut us off very often, or in between. Just knowing that, oh, hey, those two vehicles have neon pink ribbons on the side mirrors. They're probably together, or something like that. It was just a thought. Just to help with the caravanning. Speaking of, there were some really adorable caravans, like the little trailer caravans at war. There was one, it was painted yellow, and they had painted flowers along the bottom of it to make it look like it was just a little house in the middle of a field of flowers. It was absolutely adorable. I loved that one. Let's see. Note to self, find a rush in my life so they can bring me beer. I like driving, but I would love a personal driver. I'm not sure I would like a personal driver. I like having the control of where I'm going and what I'm doing. I like driving. I like driving. I don't like driving. Then I'm in a country where public transport works well. Anyway, yeah. Yes. Quite so, quite so. Okay, so this is row 11. I might just do this one hat and call it good, and then we would have an even 80 hats and leave it at that. Because my head is throbbing like right here. But I wanted to stream today because I've missed you guys. I have missed chatting and hanging out with you guys. Tomorrow it'll be better. Tomorrow I will have the lights on because I will not have my eyes dilated anymore. I'll have more energy, hopefully. Tomorrow will be better. What time is it? 9:07. Okay. I hope everybody has been doing well. I hope that you're all safe. I know that there's a lot of chaos right now, a lot of uncertainty, and that makes for a lot of stress and anxiety about everything. So I hope that you're all okay. I know that we're all not fine, but I hope we're all okay. So, they can bring whiskey to whiskey. And, but yeah, I hope you're all safe and that you're all doing well as we can be. It is a weird timeline we are in right now, for sure. Hearts to you too. A very, very weird timeline. I am quite tired of these unprecedented times, and I have felt that way for the last, 5 years at least. I am tired of these unprecedented times. Can we please have some precedented times? Oh. I didn't get to partake in the whiskey, and that's mostly because I was exhausted and went to go lay down. But it was rather funny listening to the comments and the giggles from my tent during that scotch tasting time. I will say, I did get to catch up on some sleep, that's for sure, during war, which was great, because I needed it. But my app that tracks my sleep kept saying, "You've slept for an unusually long amount of time, and we don't think that you really slept that long, considering the data we have on you previously, so we're gonna remove these couple hours." And I'm like, dudes... No, I really did sleep that long. But it was really nice to just go to sleep and then just wake up when I wanted to wake up. I woke up when my body said, hey, it's time to wake up. That was pretty nice. Oh, well, hello. Call me Core. All right, Core. Thank you very much for the raid. I hope you're having a fantastic day. How was your stream? Don't panic, I'm just gonna sneak in. No worries. Okay, let's see what Frosty had to say about this. If my eyes will focus. Greetings, mortal. This otherworldly being doth weave tales and craft wonders, much like the Selkie's shifting form. One day they frolic in Disney Dreamlight Valley. The next they summon firebirds and miniatures from the ether. Their spirit, a wildflower in the Fey Glen, beckons all to join their merry revels. Fantastic. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a good one. I'm gonna sneak in. Infuriating, but also fashionable. Well, welcome in, and thank you very much for the raid. I completely understand if you need to raid and run, but I hope you had a great stream. What did you do on stream today? Trying to make Jack happy, and definitely did not disguise myself as a candlestick. Okay. Okay, what? I think this is row 12, but let me count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, okay. So we've got the rest of this row and one more row to go, and I don't think I have enough yarn to go one more full row, but we're gonna try. We're gonna play a game of yarn chicken, y'all. See what happens. Got a blanket square to finish edging, so I will rejoin y'all after I de-steam. No worries, yeah. Yarn chicken, no, yeah. I've got one more row to do on this. So I'm making NICU baby hats to be donated to a local hospital here. I've got several already. This is number 12. And I think it's going to be the last one I do because there's a group at my real world job that we crochet on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have a group that gets together at lunchtime and we eat and we make stuff. And our big project for the month of February was doing a bunch of these hats. And this hat right here is hat number 80. So we're going to be donating 80 hats. And most of those hats were made during the lunch break. Yeah, this is definitely not going to go all the way around. Because this is all the yarn I have left. So I think I'll go back to here. And we're going to go ahead and do a single crochet just to get it down. And I think we'll stop at this row. I could do, let's do slip stitch all the way around. Let's see if I can get slip stitches all the way around. That will, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. That'll change the stretch. Yeah, let's not do that. I want it to be able to, so they need to be able to be pretty stretchy for the different sizes of heads that babies have. Because they're all different. Everybody comes out of the womb different. So we'll just stop there. And we're going to do an invisible join, which is my favorite thing to do. I love the invisible join. Because it makes it so seamless and pretty. So we're going to go in the next stitch and pull that a little tight, and then we're going to go back into that loop. And there. Now it's nice and seamless. Can't even tell it's there. And then we're going to just sew in this string. Sew in this tail. And I like to go back and forth a couple of times, especially for something that is going to go onto a baby. I don't want it to unravel. So we're going to go back and forth just a few times. And I can go ahead and remove the black string because that was just my stitch marker. So there. And there we have. And you can't, I mean, it's one row shorter, and you can kind of tell that it's one row shorter, but that's okay. There are different size baby heads. This will just be for an itty bitty tiny baby. Just a smaller baby. So I did get the yarn chicken pin today. Nice. I saw, heck yeah. So apparently you guys know each other. Got it. Well, thank you again very much for the raid. So there, we have 6 of each color. We have 6 red ones and 6 yellow ones. So we have a dozen adorable tiny little hats. And like I said, the group that I was doing this with, there were 5 of us that contributed. We did already take a group photo so that they can be posted on our company's photo of the week thing, because it's you know, pretty significant donation. But there were 5 of us, and we made 80 of these. I made 13 of them because there's one that I had that's already with the group, and then these ones I've done at home because my weeks in February were absolutely insane. And I was not able to join as often during lunch, and so I'm like, I'm gonna crochet some at home so that I can bring them in and still donate. But all together we made 80 hats. And the person who is actually going to take them to the hospital for them to be donated to, it actually, she knows somebody who just last week ended up having their baby very early at, I think it was about 28 weeks. So this little bitty tiny baby is 1 pound 9 ounces. It is so tiny. But it's in the NICU of the hospital that we're actually going to be donating these hats to. And they hand wash the hats before they go on to the babies. We also make sure that we use yarn that is safe for babies. So that, because they have such sensitive skin being so brand new, especially being NICU babies. So this in particular is what is recommended. This is Karen Simply Soft yarn, which is actually recommended for cancer patient hats for people who have been going through chemo and have lost their hair, because this is a very soft yarn and it's okay for their very sensitive heads. So which is why I use this kind of yarn for these NICU baby hats. So like the what was it called? I don't remember what the charity is called now, but it's a crochet and knit group who creates character wigs for children going through cancer treatment for and losing their hair. They do like Ariel wigs and Captain Jack Sparrow wigs, but they use the Karen Simply Soft yarn very specifically because it's safer for their very sensitive scalps. So yeah. Well, hello, Wintertail Spinner. I am lucky and I know so many wonderful people. Oh, lovely. So I met Core in Winterstream almost 2 years ago, and we've become close friends. Oh, nice. Okay. That's wonderful. Well, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. But yeah, so this is a dozen of them, and then there's another 68 of them that are waiting to be donated all together tomorrow. So I'm going to take these into work and give them to the lady who's going to donate them. And maybe that little baby that she knows will be one of the ones to get one. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. But I hope that, this is, a bright spot in what is a very rather scary situation. I know that, like, my nephew, who actually just yesterday turned 3, but he was born at 26 and a half weeks. He was very, very tiny, and that is really terrifying for a new parent. I mean, just having a baby is a terrifying thing, I think. But having one that early, my sister-in-law actually, she had one before my nephew at 24 weeks, and it didn't make it. And so it's very sad, it's very hard, it's very heartbreaking, and it's very scary to have a baby that early, because you just don't know what's going to happen. And so hopefully these will kind of bring a little smile to what might otherwise be a very scary time for new parents who have babies in the NICU. So this is kind of a really close kind of charity to my heart, and I'm so glad that my nephew is doing so well. He's growing, and he's got such a beautiful personality. He's such a happy kid. He's got lots of energy. Like I said, he just turned 3 yesterday, and he is just a little bundle of joy. He loves to make people smile. He's never really fussy, and he really wasn't during his first 6 months. I mean, he still had to be on oxygen for, gosh, I think the first 8 months of his life. So they had like this long oxygen tube that he had to wear when they brought him home from the hospital. But anyways, he's doing fantastic now. He's a typical little toddler and adorable, and I love him to pieces. And I can't believe he's already 3. So I missed week before last due to epic sewing marathon I had to do, but in case our new friends didn't know, May says, oh, thank you very much, True. I appreciate that. Yes, you guys are more than welcome to join the Discord. We like to post fun and happy things there. Any crafts that you may be doing. We love to see what you're working on. But we're pretty chill, pretty quiet. We're good peeps. Actually, I'm going to snooze this ad break that was about to start in a minute because my eyes are absolutely killing me right now. I know it's only 9:25 and I usually go until 10 o'clock, but my eyes being dilated, it is killing me. I finished a hat, which is great, and I got on, which I really wanted to do, but I think we're gonna go for the night. I need to press my human reset button and go sleep. um, and get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow I will have more energy and I will be in a better mindset. I'll have the lights actually on so that you guys can see things a little easier. Though I don't think that's too bad, honestly. The computer's giving off enough light that it's not too terrible, but it is very grainy because it doesn't have the overhead light. But yeah, I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you again, Core, for the raid. Thank you, Unhinged Granny, for the follow. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream today. Thank you all for all the subs. Like, holy cow, you guys are amazing. I really appreciate that. 50% of the way of completing my sub goal, so that's pretty awesome. But yeah, anyways, we're going to go ahead and let me do my end of stream scene because it's cute and I love listening to the nighttime bird stuff. But we're gonna go over to Tiki because Tiki is awesome. And bunnies, and they're the baby bunnies, and we've got to see how much they've grown because they were so cute last time we saw them. It's been a week. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and for putting up with me not being my normal self. You guys are amazing, and I love you. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your night. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and take care of yourselves. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, bye. Oh, and may your yarn never tangle. Bye.